So this week's video is going to be a little bit different. It's just kind of something that I'm making for myself, so if you don't care, that is okay. If you do care, that's even better. So I want to start off by saying that I'm wearing my outfit. It's like 8 p.m. I'm usually in my pajamas by now, but for the purpose of filming this video, I suited my outfit, and it's one of my favorite outfits ever. I am in my final year of university, which is like a pretty commonly known thing. I talked about it before on my channel. It's nothing new, it's nothing revolutionary, it's just the natural sequence of my life. I'm not coping with it very well. I think this is a kind of universal experience right now for students who spent most of their time in the pandemic. I was online for 2 years, basically. I did 5 semesters online, I believe. 5 semesters online, because I'm still pretty much mostly online. And I feel like I missed out on a lot of things. And I've been really upset about it. I've been really sad, like genuinely sad about it. Not angry, but sad. And I'm just not dealing with it well overall. And I recently joined a club on campus. I was introducing myself, and I said that I was in 4th year, and somebody mentioned that I must be riddled with senioritis. I didn't know what senioritis was until they mentioned that. I never even thought of it. I didn't label my feelings. I didn't label why I was having them. It was just I was sad because school sucked. Then somebody put a label on it, and everything kind of got changed in a certain perspective. I recently decided I wanted to go to grad school because of the fact that I lost so much of the hands-on portion of my program. I don't feel ready to be a professional anything. I don't feel ready to touch any expensive filming equipment. I don't feel ready to do anything. I don't feel qualified to do anything. That's been really hard to deal with, just feeling inadequate, and also just not having the promised chance to explore the different types of media, the different industries that the media industry can embody at one time. I've been feeling really, really lost about what I want to do with my life. And for the longest time, I've said I want to be a director, and I don't think that that's necessarily untrue. I think that's something that I want to do, and in my master's application, all of my specialties is always in directing, because I think that's still what I want to do, and I'm still really passionate about it, but there's all these other things that I'm so interested in that I've never had the chance to experience, whereas directing is something that I've kind of done a little bit throughout my undergrad, and while I do think I have so much room to grow, and if I got into a directing program I would obviously do it, I just don't know what my future is going to look like anymore. And that's really scary as someone who's kind of always had things just planned all the time. Even just the shift from applying to undergraduate degrees versus applying to graduate degrees, it's so odd, because when I was applying for university the first time around, I always knew that there was somewhere for me, whether that be in university or in college. I always knew that I had the option of post-secondary education. I got accepted to college the day after I applied, and I knew that that was always an option. And then my university program, I was fairly confident I would get into the program that I'm in. I was fairly confident I would get into the program I wanted to, which is this program. But I had safety schools on there that I was also confident that I would get into. Whereas with my grad school applications, I have zero certainty. Even just deciding where I wanted to end up, where I wanted to go for my grad school, it started with California, and then I don't know what it was. I think it was the fact that I enjoy fall so much, and the fact that, I don't know, California just seems like somewhere I have my whole life to live in. It's closer to home than my alternatives. California always seems like it's an option that I'm going to have forever. Living in the States is something that I'll be able to do whenever I want, because the media industry is so prominent there. And while I still really hope that I get into UCLA and SFSU, those aren't my top choices anymore, because not only are they longer programs, they're more expensive programs, but they're programs that I don't think that I would fit into very well sometimes. So there's that. I think that I would benefit from it. I think that I would work hard, and I think that I would put all of my passion and dedication into it, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't fit into the California culture very well. Like, I just don't think I'm a Californian in any way. Maybe a San Francisconian. That I could do. But Southern California, I don't think is for me. Because I like seasons, and I hate summer, and I hate the heat. But the programs there are so good that, like, I couldn't not apply. And then on the other side, I've also applied to UBC, I'm applying to UBC, which is closer to home in the sense that it's in the same country, but it's a small program, and I don't know, my odds aren't very good of getting in there. Obviously it's more affordable because it's in the country, but again, it's just, like, my odds are so low that I'm not even really giving it to myself as an option. They admit like 3 people a year. I don't think that I'm going to be one of those 3 people next year. I'm trying anyways. And then there's University of the Arts London, which I'm so passionate about, especially recently, reading through all their programs and watching all their info sessions and just reading about the programs from like past students and current students. It seems like a really good dynamic for me. I've always wanted to live in the UK, and I think that I am at an age where that's probably, like, it's probably my best time to go there. But also, I feel like I'm more likely to get into programs there, and I might be shooting myself in the foot by saying that, so knock on wood. But it's just, that seems to be what my option might be, and I'm happy with that. But I've applied to so many different programs there that I've applied to so many different programs in general that, like, I'm kind of just giving the universe the option of what I'm gonna do with my life, and that's really scary. I've never trusted the universe with anything, so she better be good to me this time, because I really put it all in her. I really put all my eggs in that one basket there. I put directing, screenwriting, and advertising. And advertising seems like a rogue choice, but I was reading about the program, and it seemed like such a great place to be in general. I don't see myself as being the kind of person to ever be out of school. I love school so much, which hasn't always been the case, but as a university student now, I feel like my life would be very empty if I wasn't learning something new all the time. And so as of recently, my kind of forever goal is to be in school, kind of doing like one class every here and there, whether it's for personal development or professional development. It's something that I'm really, really interested in. And one thing I really liked about University of the Arts London, on top of their programs just being really well recognized, being more affordable than in the States, not more affordable than in Canada, obviously, but more reasonable, is that they have alumni discounts. And so there's so many different programs that I like there, and they're only 1.5 years long, and they're more on, I mean, they're still very expensive, but they're somewhere where I could kind of make it work. For returning students that have already been to UAL, there's a discount if they decide to do more courses. And while they have like undergrads and PhDs and MA programs, they also have a lot of like certificate programs that seem really interesting, and all these like really great facilities. So even if I did my MA and I decided I want to do something else, I don't necessarily have to do another MA. I could, I might, I probably will, but I can also take all these like little crash courses and stuff like that, which is like something that's also really appealing, is like the long-term like room that they offer. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, when I tell them I want to be in school forever, don't like that so much. I didn't like school in high school. I hated high school. I feel like a lot of people hate high school, but I struggled a lot, like academically. And then my first year of university, I struggled pretty badly. It was a pretty hard transition. And then my second year, I started to like it. And then COVID happened, and I was really bitter about school. I think it was around, I want to say halfway through second semester of my third year that I decided I liked school. I didn't want to stop ever. I don't know my life without school, obviously, but it's just not, I just don't see myself not absorbing information ever. Like, that seems like not like me, like the person that I am today. Maybe I'll change. But I kind of wanted just to make this video because, I mean, I'm really anxious about it, and I think that I can tell in just the way that I'm speaking about it right now, but I wanted to look back on this a few months from now when hopefully I get into a grad school and just kind of tell myself that, like, yes, I was worried, but it's okay, or if I don't get in anywhere, to be like, we're gonna figure it out, and I don't know, I hope I get in. I hope I don't have to think about what happens if I don't, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This is definitely a more personal video. If anybody has any of these same feelings, because I know that it is really common in fourth years to feel really lost. Like, we're all in this together. We've all got to figure it out, and obviously it's scary. Like, there's no other way to put it. There's no better way to put it. I guess that's everything I have to say. I've been talking for a while about this, so that's all I'm gonna say. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're experiencing anything that's similar, let me know. I want to know, because I feel like it's almost like talking into a void, and not a lot of people I know are opening up about how they're feeling about after graduation, and that's fine, but I'm just curious to see how other people are coping. And yeah, that's about it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.